I love that music. I love it. And you know, you could say I grew up on it. On top of our refrigerator forever was an old white plastic radio, a clock radio. And it was on 24 hours a day, WTIC out of Hartford, Connecticut. WTIC was talk and Red Sox baseball all day, but in the morning, the Bob Steele show was on. And I would hear that every morning as I was getting ready for school. Bob Steele told corny jokes, and he played music from the 20s and 30s. Sadly, this is the only music I ever heard. So when I got to school, the other kids would be talking about the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, and I'd say, hey, how about that Guy Lombardo and Bing Crosby? Made me really popular. Now, for me to get to school, I had to walk over the river and through the woods. And it's the truth. And when you think about it now, it's kind of nice. You know, walking through the woods on a crisp fall day, the leaves changing, the squirrels running around. But when you're 8-year-old Robbie, and you're convinced that monsters like her daughter live in the woods because that's what your older brother told you, you don't walk through them admiring the scenery. No, you run like a maniac. And because you're running like a maniac, the squirrels that just a minute before were frolicking merrily suddenly freak out and start ripping through the leaves going, "Ah!" It's at this point you start to scream like a spaz and run even faster. And I would come shooting out of the woods, screaming like a maniac. And it was always right at that moment I would meet someone else. 9 times out of 10, it was my brother laughing his ass off and screaming, "She's right behind you!" to make me scream even louder. But if it wasn't my brother, it was Sherry, the girl from up the street. I'd slam on the brakes and skid to a halt. I'd try to act really cool, but it was too late. I had leaves in my hair, tears in my eyes. My shirt was ripped from the pricker bushes. My pants were filthy from where I'd fallen down screaming. It was just too late. I was in love with Sherry. She was beautiful. She had long, straight black hair, glasses. She was the first person ever to actually say to me, "Go jump in the lake."